me tell you the number one reason I've seen women be able to get high value men and then lose them.
Guys, this clip will be slightly different, but she would say some really interesting things about dating a high value man.
I went to a gala the other night with my boyfriend, and we ran into one of his friends who was there for business purposes, and he brought this girl that he's dating. I've seen her a couple of times, and this is no shade to the girl, but she's not educated, she's not particularly smart or interesting. I think she's an Instagram model, which is great. No shade to them. Love them.
Oh, Instagram model story. I think we already know what type of girl she will be presenting here.
But this girl looked so uncomfortable at this gala. And the reason for that is because she looked really out of place. All the women, they were wearing gowns, they were wearing diamonds, and she had on this two-piece that had nothing to do with the type of establishment that we were in.
To be honest, so far it's all okay. As long as she is not acting like a queen of this gala, there is nothing wrong with that. Some people are not from the high spheres, and that shouldn't be the reason to blame them. But I guess this story will accelerate in a short moment.
And then in a couple of instances, we were in the same group having a conversation, and some of these businessmen would turn to her and, ask her what she thought about the type of wine we were drinking, or what her thoughts were on Ukraine, or where she liked to ski during the winters. Let me tell you something. This girl had nothing to contribute. She didn't know anything about wine. She didn't know anything about news. She didn't know anything about current events. She didn't know where wealthy people go to ski. She didn't know anything that would prove some iota of culture.
Okay, now I get it. It always confuses me in stories and situations like this, that some men who know they are high value still go for that Instagram model. When on events like this one, it hurts his status around people, which he probably deals with regularly. And this is the same exact reason that some chicks, even though still targeting to date top-tier men, basically can't handle it for long term.
And genuinely, I think there were a couple of times where she looked sick to her stomach because she didn't even understand what they were asking her because their vocabulary was so sophisticated. I say this to say you can be the most beautiful woman in the world. You could have your hair done, nails done, be fit, be beautiful. But at the end of the day, if you don't know how to make this man, this high net worth man that you're dating, look good in these settings, it's going to cost him money. And at the end of the day, there is nothing these men care more about than making more money.
These type of men think differently, so she is right here. That's why Andrew Tate said multiple times that men care about status and everything around increasing it.
So if you want to date these type of guys and actually marry them and be in their lives, you need to invest in your mind, body, and soul. It's not enough to just look good. A million girls can look good, but it's how do you contribute to a conversation, and ultimately, how can he make money with you in a room?
Ultimately, I would play a little devil's advocate here, because there is nothing wrong when somebody does not understand some sophisticated vocabulary or whatever. But all in all, she is right here. If some girl wants to be with a high-value man, she needs to contribute in some way to his public presence. I really don't know why this guy decided to go along with her. It might be that type of relationship for fun. But in the end, if she is showing too much of a body on her Instagram profile, it is already a bad presence of him in this type of situations.